Oh. Welcome to Meaningful Mornings. I was interacting with 3 high school students in an intimate way. They were in the car and I was with them, and they were asking me questions about what the trajectory of their life should be. And I shared with them a framework of being a participator. More involved is to be a facilitator, and more involved is to be a initiator. Another morning, I'll explain the differences between all of this. The days that I was in London and now I'm in Flint, many had shared with me about their sickness or a family member's sickness. They would look at me and say, Vivekji, your prayers are working. And I corrected them by sharing, our prayers are working. Vivek is just facilitating prayers. And so right now, one of our community members in Cleveland, her sister is undergoing a double lung transplant. Everyone relax your body, enjoy breathing, and quieten your mind, feeling that you're offering your physical and mental strength to her and everyone who needs more physical and mental strength. Nirbhayatva arogata. Nirbhayatva, may one be mentally strong. Arogata, may one be physically strong. When we pray for another's swasti or welfare, that is praying out of being purposeful. There's a purpose to that prayer. The evolution of our prayer is to be out of gratitude, to be grateful. Thy will be done, because I understand and I see stane. Thy will be done. I am grateful for thy and thy will. Please share in the chat. It was really late at night and I'm really sleepy, so I've forgotten the theme of chapter 11. Can you remind me in the chat what the theme is? Presence. Thank you. I needed that. When one follows nishkama bhakti, that is to be a devotee without any purpose, which means you're a devotee for the sake of being a devotee. In such cases, this is the most direct means to Bhagavan. The devotee is most direct with divinity. Nishkama bhakti means there are no conditions. You don't have to be a certain age. You don't have to be a certain gender. You don't have to know a certain language. It is about your sincerity. What is amazing about bhakti is that the means and the ends are the same. If being a devotee means being compassionate to me, to you, that's the means, correct? Now suppose I reach the ends. I am one with divinity, with Bhagavan. Do you think that compassion will end? Now I'm enlightened. I become the opposite of compassionate. With the means you put in effort, with the ends this becomes natural. When one understands and sees bhakti, then naturally this becomes ananya. The means and the ends are the same. There is no other. All of this is being shared in an overt way from verses 47 to 52. Shri Krishna is repeatedly sharing with Prince Arjuna, what you have understood and seen is because of me, and I am God, and what radiates from God is grace. My grace has empowered you to understand and see me. For some of you, you may feel that this repeating is repetitive. This repeating is redundant. But I'll challenge you, I'll call you on, do you feel this? Do you feel the fortune in your life is because of that grace? Because if you don't, we need 700 verses of, it is because of him and not you. The technique that Sri Krishna is using to teach us this, he's trying to emphasize on our hearts how special we are. Knowledge is power, correct? And if these details that you understand and see me is because of me, one is to feel more special, one is to feel more powerful. Prince Arjuna's confidence is cracked. Shri Krishna is gluing that confidence so that it never cracks again. Is this clear to everyone? This comes out more powerfully, more beautifully in verse 54. Please remember this verse. Bhaktya tvananyaya shakyaha aham evam vidorjuna Jnatum drashtum cha tatvena praveshtum cha parantapa. The first quarter. Bhaktya, by bhakti. There are two definitions for bhakti. The literal definition is devotion. The feeling definition or the practical definition is dedication. What comes with dedication? Sacrifice. Don't think it and don't say it in terms of you being a bhakta if you are not sacrificing. If you are not giving up your hold on resources, on time and effort, don't say it. Don't think it. More from you is needed. Tu ananya shakyaha. Indeed, by this ananya bhakti, which is an immersive dedication, shakyaha. Shakyaha means possible. Shri Krishna is sharing what you have understood and seen is because of my grace. You are open to my grace. You are available to my grace. Aham evam vidaha Arjuna. Arjuna, indeed, singularly, you have come to understand and see me. Now I consciously slowed down on chanting the second line. Jnatum means to be known, or let's change the word to be understood. Drashtum, to be seen. Tattvena, in essence, in a fundamental way, in a real way. Your translation says reality, in a real way. What Sri Krishna looks like right now, with two arms, that's not Sri Krishna in Tattva. That's not his reality. His reality is the Vishwarupa, but even more so, his reality is existence, awareness, joy. And that's why the next word that comes in is praveshtum, which means to enter or to be. To be, Parandapa, Prince Arjuna, the one who defeats all outside. This is the translation. I'm going to read to you two insights from Pujya Swami Chinmayananda and then really connect the three words I've emphasized in this verse. Regarding devotion, Shankara shares, this is Acharya Shankara, no doubt of the means available for liberating ourselves, the most substantial hardware is bhakti, and identifying ourselves with the self is called bhakti. Identification is the truest measure of love. The devotee, forgetting his own individual existence, and in his love, identifying to become one with his beloved Lord, is the culmination of divine love. The Vedantic student, who is the seeker of the self, is spiritually obliged to renounce all his subjective identifications with his matter vestures and to discover his true nature to be the self. What Acharya Shankara is sharing, we are understanding this through Pujya Swami Chinmayananda. The most direct means to divinity is bhakti, dedication. What does it feel like? You forget yourself. You forget your individuality. How is this happening? Very naturally, because all you remember is the divine. The divine's name, the divine's form, the divine's qualities. Jnatum means to be understood. I've used this word a lot in chapter 10 and 11. Jnatum is a relationship with the divine in the third person. In English, this would be, I am his. I'm using his because of Sri Krishna here. I am his. There's a distance in that relationship. Drashtum means to be seen. I've also used this word a lot in chapter 10 and 11. As goofy as I look and sound, I try to be careful with the words I use, knowing the fuller picture and introducing these words early so that they're consistent throughout. Drashtum means to be seen. This is a relationship in the second person. What this feels like, I am yours. That's much closer than I am his, correct? The second person relationship is much closer than the third person. But now Sri Krishna introduces the final reference for this relationship. Praveshtum means to be. First you understand, then you see, but finally it is to be, to enter into Sri Krishna. This is a first person relationship. What person relationship do you have with yourself? First person. And what this feels like is, it is not I am his, it is not I am yours, it is I am you. Awesome. These teachings are too awesome. How one can evolve their relationship from third to second to first is devotion. What this feels like is dedication, dedication in your actions, where all you think and say and do is, first, I am his. The more natural this becomes, I am yours. And when this is completely natural, I am you. The way Sri Krishna loves us, it is effortless, it is purposeless, meaning it's natural for us to reciprocate the same. Do you love Sri Krishna? Do you love Sri Krishna's teachings? If for whatever reason the answer is no, my question to you is, how is it that you don't love him and love his teachings? I don't understand that. I don't see that. From inspiration to application. Your application was to prepare for our sattvic party. Our party is not to remain lateral or to devolve, but to move upwards. And you had to prepare, you had to make something for our party. If this was a secular party where we would be watching a movie or a sports game or talking about someone else, you'd prepare your body, wouldn't it? Wouldn't you? You drive an hour for that. Now I'm asking you to prepare for this party. How many of you started? Okay, there's not too many hands. Keep preparing. Our party is happening this Sunday. And what a lovely way to orient ourselves to this party. The verse we just read, 54, and I don't know how it's possible, but 55 is even better. I don't know how it's possible, but the next verse is even better. Shanti, Shanti, Shantihi. Be safe, be sound, be serene, be joy.